Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
I'm Katie.
Benjamin Franklin wanted the national bird of America to be the turkey.
I actually knew that one.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble indeed. Happy Thanksgiving. My name's Cameron.
What would we eat if it was the turkey?
Eagles.
I don't think so.
More ducks.
Ham?
Ducks.
Ham.
I don't know. Cow?
I just pictured the pigs
Let us
flying.
know. Go
Yes.
on to Twitter.
Yeah, use the hashtag Geeks Corner to tell us what you think we would be eating instead of turkey if Benjamin Franklin had his way, I guess.
I really do have to wonder what that would be, though. I don't think it'd be eagles.
No, it wouldn't. Pheasant.
Pheasant. That's, yeah.
Hashtag Geeks Corner, hashtag pheasant.
Or quail. Everybody
Hashtag
could have
quail.
had their own.
Could you pass squirrel? Oh, I don't need it because I have my own. I love America.
That would make things so much more peaceful on Thanksgiving. Because everybody would have their own.
Would it though?
It depends on who's carving the turkey.
Why is your quail better than mine?
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna...
Want to break the wishbone? Oh, wait, I have my own and it's ridiculously small.
Yes. All right, let's move on to the show,
That sounds
and
weird,
we'll watch the Twitter and see if anybody actually responds. You can wave at me if they do, Roger.
Or we'll wave at you back.
This week on Saturday, Minnie Mouse celebrated her 89th birthday
And
along
she
with
Minnie Mouse.
did.
along with this other guy named Mickey
We don't
and
care.
another
It was
guy
his birthday?
named Pete.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Minnie and Pete, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Which you could make arguments on birthdays for all of these characters on when they actually had, but this is the day that we settled on. I don't know who actually decided that. Do you know
It
who
was an
decided?
Imagineer.
No, it was Dave Smith.
Dave Smith decided.
they found-
Of course, it was Dave Smith.
They found the program at the Colony Theater in New York back in 1928 when Steamboat Willie premiered.
Wow.
And it said November 18th, 1928. So
They went with it.
in the 70s, they made it official.
I like
Yes.
that. Okay.
Okay.
That's fun.
That works. You gotta have a birthday sometime, so might as well.
Birthdays are arbitrary.
Okay. And so they had a nice little cavalcade in front of the castle, Main Street, and Town Square that some of us happened to be at, and we have video of it. You can see it on our YouTube channel because we don't have it on the show, right? Okay. No.
Okay.
I love it when I ask the producer something. He's like,
I'm sorry, I
"Oh,
was
you're
working,
asking me a question."
Reading a tweet.
He was reading a tweet. That's okay. Miss Bailey C's mother says hi and good night. Also,
Oh,
instant waving.
big fans.
Big fans. Steven says we would go with goose at least for Christmas anyhow, but we're talking about Thanksgiving,
Yeah, this
so
is Thanksgiving.
we'd save the goose
Bread.
for later. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, your goose is cooked.
Waka. Love Walt Disney or Love W Disney says I second the duck vote.
Thank
Duck.
you.
Yeah.
With the hashtag I support Katie.
I was
Oh, is that a new
supporting.
hashtag?
Hashtag I support Katie when you want to have the wrong opinion.
What it could be I'm with Katie.
Whoa!
That'd be funny too.
No,
It's
I don't
shorter.
think
You
we
don't like
should-
that one? Okay.
Too close to the election. Shouldn't do that.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you
but,
do.
Eat more duck, says Benjamin
Anyway,
Franklin.
Mickey Mouse's birthday party that they forgot. Do you know why they just do Mickey and not Minnie and Pete? Well, I kind of get why not Pete.
I know
'cause
why
he's-
not Pete.
But, but why not Minnie too? You could do this cute Mickey and Minnie birthday thing together.
Oh, and it's always
I think
been the
they will
way
next year.
I hope
They
so.
better.
for the 90th, yeah. Well, you got to
They
think
didn't
like
for the 75th.
even then the cartoon celebrating Mickey's birthday, which was I think was a 30s cartoon. Mickey had a birthday. Minnie delivers a cake. That's kind of sad. Sorry,
She
just
is
thought about
so
that. She is so
giving.
supportive.
And Mickey, guess what? Still hasn't proposed.
No
She's
ring.
making cakes on her own birthday.
It's got to be some kind of a record, huh?
Yeah.
Like 89 years and still no ring.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very long.
I would like to set the record straight. Mickey and Minnie are married according to Walt Disney.
Then why do they live in separate houses across in Toontown?
Because in the public eye, they like to keep it separate.
Oh, it's a public
Oh, it's a
persona.
public- okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
so they're very professional.
So the next time we interview Bob Iger, we will ask him about this and set the record straight.
Old Bobby Eyes.
So Bob Iger, if you'd like to...
Nope. No. We're not inviting anyone on the show anymore. We're done. Gotta go.
No, well, it'd be fine. Yeah, that'd be really funny. That is a very interesting fact about Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and Pete's birthday. I did not know that. Bailey says...
Because Disney's hiding it from you. Demand answers.
Love W. Disney says, when the voice of Roger Rabbit shares Disney history from off-screen, ... I dig it.
It's the most magical time of the show.
Yes.
I feel like we should give him a microphone
Well,
up.
it's the most factual.
so
It's
you
the
can-
only one that's actually having reason here. So.
No, it's like Roger Rabbit is our official fact checker.
He is. He has been since very early on when he started coming to Geeks Corner.
True.
In fact, that's what he did before he did social media. Is there something walking around over there, Tyler?
I'm trying to find a microphone.
Oh, a microphone. We don't have one. I'm sorry. Okay.
We lost
So,
those
what did you
years
think
ago.
of Mickey's cavalcade that was very similar to last year's cavalcade?
And it's always fun. I'm glad that we celebrate these types
There's
of
confetti,
things.
so it's magical.
Yes, of course. Well, it's good to celebrate these kinds of things. It's important to have positive things like that. No?
I agree.
It's cute.
It was cute. It was fun.
Sorry.
I actually like that the Disneyland band was doing something other than its normal routines. I would like to have heard the Disneyland band play the Mickey Mouse March.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Like
Yeah.
the old traditional bum ba dum. You know, the one you
Yeah.
hear on all the
You know
CDs
the
and
one.
stuff.
They're the one with the songs.
I bet everybody knew what I was talking about that knows the Disneyland band.
We did.
Oh, okay. I
That was
thought you
fine.
guys
Yep,
were
we
being
were agreeing.
facetious.
Well,
Okay.
usually, but
I was making fun of you, but I also knew what you were talking about.
That just gets way too confusing. At least I like porgs.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
Which we have a porg video we're working on. Actually, a series of porg videos that we hope you will enjoy. So there's your teaser for a few. Maybe we should... No, we're not going to wait that long.
What is
Never
the
mind.
grouping of porgs called? We did determine
Annoying.
that? An annoying of porgs? An annoyance of porgs. An annoyance of porgs.
Awful.
Maybe it's just
Terrible.
annoyance.
Horrendous.
Annoyance. Annoyance. Gotcha.
An org by a David Attenborough.
All right, we're gonna move right along to. I guess we're gonna move along to that, which we really don't want to move along to, but unfortunately today there was sad news in the Disney. Not sad news, bad news.
Yeah.
Bad
that's
news
sad.
in the
Not sad.
Disney community. Unfortunate to say the
Unfortunate.
least. John Lasseter is taking a 6-month leave of absence due to quote unquote missteps made while doing his work at Pixar and Disney Animation Studios. This is the kind of story we hate to post on DAPs Magic because nobody wins because people were dumb, right? And we won't get into this a lot, but there's consequences to actions, and these are the things that are very disappointing as Disney fans. They're not excusable, and I think that pretty much sums up the whole thing. Do you guys want to add something?
I do want to add that we talked at length about including this in the show because we are trying to cultivate a era of positivity.
We like happy stories.
And we do like happy stories, and we like positive, uplifting things. And frankly, this is not, but we felt it would be amiss if we didn't bring it up and acknowledge that this is not okay.
Small notes, just because it is someone involved with something that you love does not mean that you still cannot be critical of the decisions they have made or the actions they have taken in their life. You don't need to viciously defend someone's wrong actions because you love the things they've done. You can still
Creative people can do bad things.
exactly.
So that's all we have to say on that,
Yeah.
and let's hope they handle it right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
On to happier adventures. Star Tours has new adventures to be had when you go on the... You don't really go to Endor. You never make it to Endor. I'm so
Never
disappointed.
do.
Someday, I got to go to Endor on Star Wars Battlefront 2, though. And that was amazing.
And how are you playing Star Wars Battlefront 2?
With a PS4 that's yours. And it's
Hey!
amazing.
Okay, there's the acknowledgement
Yeah.
I'm looking for. All right.
No,
Yeah.
it's really cool. That could have been a topic tonight, but we're going to talk about Star Tours before I go off track for the next 45
that'd be like
minutes.
other not happy things with Star Wars Battlefront 2.
It's so cool.
Can't talk about
But
that.
So I think I'm the only person who has not gone
so let's
on
have Katie
it
lead
yet.
off on Star Tours before she drinks her coffee.
So yeah, thanks. I think the really funny thing about when we went on Star Tours on Sunday night was that Mr. Daps was between Jenny and myself. So surround sound of yee, ooh, ah, the entire time. I loved it. That was so good. There was so. Anytime there was a character from the new trilogy, I would like scream.
She's on the verge of tears right now. I'm not sure if you're reading that.
And we won't go into all the characters that you see in
I know,
this
I wasn't-
because there are quite a few.
Yeah.
But
and-
there's your spoiler, I guess.
But there's characters. Well, there was characters even.
Yeah.
There was transmissions from newer characters.
And they do use the Jakku scene from that came out. What is it? 2 years ago.
With the Falcon,
I believe 2 years ago.
Yes, the
yeah.
Falcon comes back, and
love.
but it's a really well done set of sequences, and you're not necessarily going to get the same thing every time, even though you are set in this time, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think they added an extra element of humor in pretty much everything, which was really fun. And I guess the thing we can talk about that's not too spoilerish is you get to land on Batuu, which is the planet name for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Right. Yes.
This is where you go instead of not going to Endor. What did you think of Batuu?
It is.
It looks just like the model.
Yeah, it really does. It'll be interesting to see because now it looks just like the model. So it'll be interesting to see how the model compares to this and then how this compares to...
And will there be a Star Speeder 1000 in Batuu when we get to go there?
I hope so.
that would be such good storytelling.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
I think that would be so fun.
Yeah. I want that.
Was there anything you noticed about it that you really... Like, I like the droid that falls over.
Oh, yes. That's...
Like, that's probably the... Like, they always
That's
have
the
their little
most-
things, but if you look carefully, there's a droid that falls over.
Sometimes, like, you say things, and I'm reminded that you're 12. And that was one of the things where you could have gone into all these different, like, lore things, and you went, I like the droid that fell over.
Did you see the droid that fell over?
I like
okay.
turtles.
Just Jenny's back there like...
I saw it, too. It was one of those things that...
Mr.
Jenny's-
Bass, if it's any
Jenny's-
consolation, I'm right there with you. I probably would have liked the turtle.
Jenny's kind of tonight like the producer for the old Late Night with Conan O'Brien, where he would just stand there the whole time and they'd put the camera on him and he'd be like...
It's Jenny. That's Jenny right now.
I'm literally mimicking Jenny as I do this, and now she's trying to look away from me because I'm making her uncomfortable or something. It's like, oh, look at Tyler, because Tyler doesn't do that. He's just like, I'm reading what? Oh, that's
One time.
Or he's running around looking for a microphone, picking up candlesticks.
So definitely go on Star Tours, and I think it made me even more excited about Galaxy's Edge because you do see some, or not Galaxy's Edge, Last Jedi,
Yeah.
because you do see
I'm excited about both.
some scenes that will, I assume, appear in the movie, and I'm really curious about the crystal wolf thing.
I keep calling them
love
Star
them.
Foxes.
The Star
love
Foxes.
them.
Well, because there's a type of wolf fox, whatever you want to call
From
it,
the
in Star Wars
television.
Rebels.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious if they're the same thing, but because one's animated and one's live action,
You can't
I can't. I'm like, is it the same thing or is
I
it
want
different
one.
or are they connected somehow? Because the ones in Rebels are really fascinating.
What are the other crystal foxes? Is what they're calling them?
Something
Or-
like that. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
know. Yeah.
But they don't really know enough in Rebels yet to know what's going on yet. Yeah. Okay. What else are we gonna talk about? Oh, Star Wars: Last Jedi had a new teaser. It came out yesterday.
Yeah.
We posted it on the site today, and it's called Temps, whatever it's called. And
Something.
we watched it today. What'd you guys think of it?
Can I tell you my biggest takeaway?
Yes.
Biggest takeaway.
Mark Hamill's hair looks flawless.
Mark Hamill is acting too.
Yeah, like
This makes up for A New Hope.
it. So he like legitimately. Not only does he look fantastic,
Right?
He was
Am I wrong?
No, he's terrible. He was. But I can't do that.
It's amazing.
I'm just a sad farm boy.
It's amazing what 40 years will do.
Yeah, but not only does he look fantastic, which I'm super impressed, but like this added to what we've already seen in some of the history. He's got not only a range of emotions, but like a depth that
I was gonna say
I'm
depth was the word that was
Yeah.
popping into my head.
It's going to be super interesting. I'm so curious to see how.
It actually
characters
makes me
developing.
more petrified of this movie in a good way
Yeah.
than I was before today.
Yeah.
Just because now there's a whole new level of risk that they
I
introduced
don't
to.
think he's sane. Like and I think he's playing that so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he does. But
Yeah.
I already
It's
knew
true.
that I was going to be a wreck during this entire film.
if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
We need a Katie Kim.
No.
Katie Cam during the movie.
No. The last thing we need is a Katie cam during any film, actually. Like, especially Coco, when we see that tomorrow night, no Katie cam, please.
But there is a Katie cam on set right now. Katie cam.
Anyway, talking about last.
Oh,
Anyway.
Just as well.
the show has peaked, everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
I thought that was like
and
4
that's all
years
we
ago.
got for this.
Anyway, continue on.
What was I saying?
Star Wars.
Gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
Wreck.
yeah. Wreck. Katie Cam. Mhm. But I really think with the depth that we're talking about, like, it's gonna be even more of like a less. The emotions at the end, I'm still gonna be intense, but I think that I will be more like anxious, nervousness.
And you should be.
I'm gonna go on a journey during this film, guys.
I will say the thing that's been impressing me so much about Lucasfilm and Star Wars is as they're redeveloping their extended universe, since they cut out all the old stuff, they're being very diligent to, one, make sure everything works together, two, that there's depth behind all of these things that we're seeing and experiencing, whether it's in Rebels, Battlefront 2, the movies, the future TV shows that we don't know exactly what they're going to be, but it really makes you realize that because of all that's surrounding this movie's going to be even better, or has the potential to grow to be better as you learn more about what's going that's connected in different areas of it. And I'm trying to say that without spoiling anything that you learn from other things, but I'm like, you look at how cool these things look, and then you look at the connections they're building everywhere else and the backstories they're building, like this is now the new Lord of the Rings. This is the new, like, I'm trying to think of something that has that level of
momentous.
depth.
Yeah.
And they've really, I think where Star Trek's messed up in that regard the last few years and was always really good about it traditionally, they've kind of learned from their mistakes and they're making a new path forward that really does do things the right way.
And specifically about this film, one thing I am more and more looking forward to, and this last trailer shows it more and more, I can almost guarantee that none of us, and I mean this in the best possible way, are going to leave this film happy.
Oh, I guarantee you're right.
And that is such a good thing when a movie can pull that off and you have that great enjoyment, but you're not happy.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're totally right. The other teaser that came out this last week was The Incredibles 2.
That one will be happy.
That one's going to be hilarious. That was one of my favorite teasers I think I've seen.
It was simple.
Recently.
It was so simple and so good.
And it set everything up. Well, you talk about the boilerplate.
The sentence review?
Yeah.
So they've released like a teaser sentence that can sum up the entire plot, and it goes something to the effect of Mr. Incredible has to stay home and babysit Jack while Elastigirl's out saving the world. Like, that's the plot of the whole movie, is just Elastigirl goes save the world, Mr. Incredible has to watch Jack. That's the movie. I'm so here for it. Like, that's so good. That's so simple. It's so good.
I am thrilled. It only took them forever.
13 years.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. It's been 87 years.
I like that it sounded right too.
I was gonna
like
say,
Mr.
you
Incredible.
did a great job on the music. I just wanted to congratulate you in person. I haven't seen you since I saw the trailer. Like, great job, Michael Giacchino. Nailed it, everyone.
She's having fun. I'm gonna let her.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm just gonna wait for this to keep moving.
I like it.
So what'd you think of the trailer?
It's so good. I like that they're keeping Jack has just
The baby?
just has all the powers, like all of them.
I was gonna say, he's like the most powerful Incredible easily.
He's everything explosive, right?
Well, no, he at the end.
I'm curious what he does with his.
He can do anything. Like, he turns to, in the other movie, he turned to stone.
Because she's showing him the cards.
Yeah, he had like a force field.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he just is practically omnipotent. Like, he just had all the powers. And
That's definitely a diaper you don't want to change.
Yeah. But like I was worried at the beginning of the trailer.
Right?
You only see the laser eye thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, are they gonna just because they kind of established that he had. I was like, are they gonna make it simplify it? Because and then no, he like has fire and electricity, and then I'm like, yeah, good.
So my question is when Pixar Play Parade comes to Disneyland next year, will there be lasers now?
Yeah. You literally have to watch where you sit because there's gonna be laser zones and you can lose an arm.
Laser zones. Are they gonna have signs? This is a laser zone.
I was gonna say, yeah.
There's just cats. Like, is this the laser zone? I was hoping.
Yeah, it's this.
It's just it speaks to me.
All the Disneyland cats show up and they're like, lasers?
Yes.
Lasers.
Jack is our favorite.
In a mirror.
I have no clue what's going on right now. So,
the
predictions on
best.
this movies.
Oh, it's
Two
gonna be
thumbs
so
up.
good.
Two thumbs
It's
up.
gonna be
Two
so
thumbs
good.
up.
Will it be the best animated film we see next year?
No.
What else is on the docket for comparison?
Not quite sure yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot
We
else
all looked around.
animated.
We're like, we don't know.
Like Frozen 2's not for a while. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It Ralph too.
It'll beat out Wreck-It Ralph.
It's
too.
definitely gonna be.
Yeah,
Wreck-It.
it'll beat that out.
That's not even gonna be close.
Gigantic next year.
No.
Oh my gosh, how could
No.
we forget about
Isn't
Gigantic?
that gone?
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
That's
that is
gone.
Popped up on
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, that's why we forgot about it.
Way to bring up another sad subject.
Wah-wah.
Speaking of sad subjects, Disneyland last week, or this week actually, suspended sales for the Disneyland Southern California annual pass. This is the point where I defer off to Cameron, our resident economist. I can't even speak.
Economist.
Yeah, you're economist.
I'm an economist.
I know numbers.
So we already know what you're gonna say, which mirrors what I've been saying for years. But go ahead and say it.
I'll say it.
Also,
pretty.
Cameron says this every time.
It's true. There's something called supply and demand.
Can you say it in a
people.
new way? Can you say it in a new way?
Can you say it
Sure.
in Pig Latin?
No.
No, I can't.
We don't want to hear it anyway.
That would hurt my brain.
In that case.
People, they have a finite product in everything they sell, whether it is
And it's about to get really
Apple
awesome.
products or your favorite gaming system or your favorite food establishment.
do love
Something's got to break when it comes to how much they can produce of a thing and how much people are willing to spend for it and who can have access to it. Disney's product is the park, like the ability to go in and take enjoyment. More specifically, enjoyment is the product. If enjoyment
I thought it
falters
was
too
magic.
much, yeah, magic and enjoyment are the same thing.
I know.
If their magic level of the individual enjoyment goes
Can you say
down,
magic quotient?
magic quotient, if their magic quota is not met on an individual basis, something needs to break, and in that case, it needs to be less people in the park. One of the ways they do that
Because
is...
if there's more people in the park will break.
Yes, the park will
And
break
we've seen
at
that
the
happen
seams.
before. Right?
So one of the things they do to help discourage people is they raise prices, which we've seen in individual day ticket sales. We've seen it in the annual passes. One of the other things they need to do is take away certain accessibilities. One of the cheapest ways to get access to the park is with the Southern California Pass. They are, in theory, getting the absolute best bang for their buck if you're buying one of those.
Especially if you want to go on a weekend.
Yeah. So they've decided to cut out something to allow the actual quality of everything else to go up. And this is something we talked about in the video that's on DAPs Magic called Geekonomics 101,
It's on the screen right
which
now.
is playing right now.
Just
at the
Google
bottom.
it. You can watch it.
It's
on
great.
Full screen that way.
Disney is not a right, and that's something I think people really, really need to understand. It is an entertainment luxury, and as with any entertainment luxury, if you can't afford it, it's a luxury. So it's not
Well, I
completely
think
necessary.
you could quite quickly say Disney has shareholders. Shareholders must be appeased. That means you have to make money.
Yep. It's a
And-
business. It is a
and
business. at the
So
end
it's a
of the day.
business that has to make money. It's a business that is built off of quality. One of my favorite Walt Disney quotes is where he says one of the things he hopes that will continue on after Walt Disney's not around anymore, and I don't remember exactly how it goes, is that that he hopes his team has learned or his staff has learned that quality will out. And I think, do you remember that quote? It was in the One Man's Dream show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler's Googling it right
And
now.
and he says, I hope
Seriously.
that's around even after there is no Disney. And so they're creating a quality product. They're trying to keep that quality up. And I think anybody can attest when the park is too full, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so if they can keep that balance, and I think that's what they're going for, is a balance where it's got a certain level of busyness every day that doesn't go too high or too low. That's where you get the happiest guests that can do the most, and then they're going to get the best return on their investment because we're getting the best return on our investment as guests. And I think they're trying to find that balance. So I'm all for this.
I agree. Not to mention, in our opinion, and I think this is something I can speak for you and disagree.
Opinion.
We'll see.
That you're not getting necessarily the best value with a Southern California pass as far as quality goes right now. Just for convenience and accessibility, the higher passes, while being a bit more expensive, really do give you more value.
Just buy the cheap ones.
Yeah.
I don't want more people buying more nice passes.
We don't want you there taking up our time. No, so
Just
We
saying.
are annual pass holders, and I would like you to know that. Sir.
I wish I had more hair to flip.
You
Really?
ruined my
Are
vacation.
you trying to be Cruella? Like, that kind of reminded me of Cruella a little bit.
And hide your puppies.
Hide your puppies.
Hide
Cause
your-
I'm a pet 'em all.
She's what would be the Star Wars version of Cruella that goes after porgs?
Oh!
How do you
guess
think Luke
that would-
Skywalker's kept that warm on that island all these years?
Okay.
That's
It is the
me.
Skywalker saga
he
for
has
a reason.
a beautiful fur cloak that we see in the first shot of the movie.
He's
Just
like, oh, hello, darling.
and all the porgs are fleeing. Yay!
Oh my
Where can they go?
God.
It's an island and they can't fly.
Or can
Anyway,
they fly?
the takeaway is balance is good,
Yeah.
and it comes down to priorities really at the end of the day. But on to happier topics. To end the night, we thought we would go with the happiest topic of all, and that is Christmas is coming, and it has come to the Disneyland Resort, and that means there is garland. Look at that. It worked as it was supposed to. I love it when things work the way they're supposed to. Disneyland put its garland back up Thursday night ahead of Friday morning guest arrivals.
Finally.
And we were there to check it out and also go on Star Tours because it was a double win for the day. And you can see the garland there above Main Street on Friday morning. And they've got it lit beautifully at night. And I'm happy that it's back. What do you guys think?
Christmas. I like the garland because it really kind of. I know it's.
I was really expecting you to be like, I don't actually care.
No, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. It's
No,
good.
but I thought you were going to be like, it's just garland. I don't care. I
There's
like,
something aesthetically
tinsel.
about the.
Okay. And back. It was a brain. I don't know. That's the connection. Is that one? Sure. Okay. In connection currently.
We were too excited for us.
Too excited about That's
I was taking course to make it go.
They said Sony Cicade is a Cruella-esque character, but Port really funny. The thing I don't know, if you don't like Ports, why do you want a? Because she loves puppies.
No, the stuff.
Okay. Anyway, Garden Names Main Street, I think what we were talking
Yes,
about.
it binds the whole tree together. It's very nice.
That's the force.
It is the form. The sun is the tree.
Favorite part of Christmas on the Street
It's the really big ones at the bottom of the tree that are like nice things.
that my hands ran on Sunday. My dad's, which you haven't done this year. I'm sure to go to Disneyland or any other place, take a picture with your coffee, use a hashtag DAP after 7 because we're almost done with this year's hashtag.
And we're gonna send 6 months.
So we're going to both use hashtags. That was really fun. Yeah. Wouldn't that fun?
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah, just all of them. Put them in there.
All of every last one.
Yeah, great. Especially see we thought were clever at our clever captions for hashtags. They're actually kind of hard to do. It's a pretty terrible
I was thinking this times can just help even help.
We need a copy.
Just
Here is coffee at Disneyland.
coffee. Dis plus Disney equals yay.
You did that.
Honestly,
You did that one.
it is so
No, I was actually looking at Tyler to see what he
Okay,
was doing.
I thought you were just being like the Katie's doing it again face.
No, it's
No, I like
so you like the dressed up
I like the
characters.
characters dressed up. They were so festive.
How
Okay.
does festivity? Thank you. Yes, that's how festivity goes.
It's you.
I like the Dickens quartet, or what is that? How many
Oh.
people are in that?
5?
5?
Six.
6? Anyway, I like the little brass group that plays
Yes.
all the Dickens,
The very
or all the
Victorian looking.
very classic
Yeah.
Christmas music. I think it's one of the most fun things that they do, and yeah, I think that's one of my favorite parts. Christmas, which will be coming to Geeks Corner very, very soon. We won't say when, because we
can't
already did,
spoil it.
but that's okay. So, Cameron, take it away.
If you'd like to see more of the ridiculousness you have just observed in past episodes, which you do, go to thegeekscorner.com, thegeekscorner.com for all of the episodes of Geeks Corner.
If you want to find out all different types of Christmas news, go to dapsmagic.com and subscribe to our mailing list.
Yes, and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well while they do weird gestures that people are I don't know what they're taking them as. It's not a baseball game. But anyway, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to find us on social media as well. Make it a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we will see you around the corner.
Bye.
Here at DAPs Magic, we believe it's awesome to be a geek, especially a Disney geek. So we make videos that cover just that, whether it's Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, anything like that, we might do a video about it, especially Disneyland. So if you like those kinds of videos, make sure to subscribe. We'd love to geek out with you. Also go to dapsmagic.com where you can read our coverage about all of those same things as well. But most of all, we just love to geek out with you, and we'd love to see you in the parks. Make it a great day, everybody.